settings for paranormal activity. In this video, shared to our Slaptham subreddit by Old Ghost Hunter, we get an exclusive look at some bizarre happenings inside the walls of a long-abandoned French mansion. The person who shared the footage states that the owners want to keep the site of the mansion anonymous, but provides us with some information about the area. The mansion was built in the 19th century by wealthy factory owners. The history of the house reveals nothing particularly chilling, though a few people have died within the home, but that's to be expected of any old building. There's been no paranormal activity recorded in the building until 2009, when CCTV cameras were installed in the interior to search for an explanation for the building's rapid degradation. The cause quickly becomes apparent when you watch the footage recorded by the cameras. As you can see, all of the chairs on the left side of the room burst into the air. The half-dozen chairs fly across the room and crash to the ground several feet away. The room is clearly empty and has been for some time, so there's no obvious explanation for how the chairs suddenly soar into the air. Most viewers who have seen the footage have jumped to the conclusion that this is the work of a poltergeist, a type of spirit that's said to be able to interact directly with objects in the physical world. The mansion has been torn down in the years since this footage was recorded, and a supermarket now sits on the property. So that means all we can do is marvel at this footage and speculate as to the real cause of such intense activity. Video shared by Cristancho 1990, some security guards have more than the usual intruders to worry about. The video was captured on the security cameras at the office of the mayor of Armenia, Colombia. The footage shows a lone security guard patrolling an area of the building late one evening after most other members of staff have gone home. At the start of the video, we can already tell that something seems off. The security guard walks around the same area multiple times, moving only a few feet at a time, before stopping for a few seconds, then carrying on. It seems as though he's heard something unusual and is straining to hear. Perhaps it's only an eerie feeling that causes him to re-walk the area multiple times. While the video never reveals exactly what made the security guard so preoccupied, we eventually see that he was right to be concerned. Take a look at what happens. As you can see, the security guard is suddenly lifted from his feet and tossed into a nearby wall. He hits the wall hard enough that a piece of the wall's thin paneling is knocked off. Over the next few seconds, the guard attempts to pick himself up off the floor, but it looks as if something's pushing him down, preventing him from getting back on his feet. Eventually, a few other guards arrive on the scene to help him out. According to the security guard, he's certain that it was a ghost that attacked him that night, tossing him into the wall and keeping him from getting up from the floor. The mayor of the town seems inclined to agree, adding that this isn't the first time that a staff member has reported paranormal activity. The fact that this footage was captured on security camera and comes from such an official source has led many to believe that this truly is a ghost attack caught on camera. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. What do you think? It's definitely been going viral this past few weeks, so you may have already seen it, but I'd still love to hear your take on it in the comment section down below. This next clip, shared by Radio Station FM, has been spooking thousands of viewers. One of the most popular features of Snapchat is the ability to add interesting filters to any face detected on screen. However, the filters will only come up if the algorithm detects a face. In this Snapchat video, the person recording is quite perplexed when the dog filter shows up on an empty chair. Thinking it must be a fluke, they try pointing the camera at other pieces of furniture. However, only this one chair makes the filter appear. The matter gets even stranger late one night when the homeowner wakes up to discover that the burners on their stove are all turned on. Freaked out by the dangerous situation, they turn to the chair once more, only to find the dog filter staring back at them. Deciding enough is enough, they take the chair outside and put it on the curb. Snapchat still shows the face staring back at them through the camera. Hopefully, the fact that the face filter stayed on the chair even after it was ousted from the apartment means that whatever invisible entity was making the app go haywire left along with the chair. Paranormal experts believe that spirits can become attached to physical objects. It seems that in this case, some spirit may be refusing to leave their favourite chair, even in death. Car accidents can have lots of different causes: bad weather, faulty brakes, and driver distractions, just to name a few. However, this strange story, reported by Asia Wire, suggests something else might be at play. The footage was recorded using a dashboard camera. There's a white car just ahead of the vehicle sporting the camera, preparing to make a right-hand turn. Take a look at what happens next. If you watch closely, you'll have a difficult time determining where the silver car actually came from. It seems to appear out of thin air. Viewers have suggested numerous explanations for this bizarre footage. Some suggest that the silver car appeared suddenly through a portal from another dimension. Others suggested that the perspective of the video causes the silver car to be completely blocked by the white car until the moment of impact. So what do you think? A case of strange perspective, or is something else at play here? Love to hear your thoughts down below. In this video from RG and Asociados law firm, a young woman's night at the club quickly turns sour when something strange happens. This footage was shot outside of the Majao nightclub in Chiclayo, Peru. There are several people standing around the courtyard. The woman in question is pacing around the space, apparently having a conversation on her cell phone. Watch what happens next. Watching that again, it's as though the young woman spots something just off camera. She falls to the ground and scrambles backwards. Several witnesses run to the young woman's aid. However, none of them seem to be able to spot anything unusual that would have caused such a reaction. The video plays out and we see numerous people coming to the aid of the woman. So what could have caused this woman to fall and to react with such fear after she hit the ground? Nothing in the video gives any indication as to the cause of her strange reaction. Given that this footage was taken outside a nightclub, some viewers have suggested perhaps the woman was under the influence of drugs and began hallucinating. However, her demeanor just prior to getting scared looks completely normal. Without a second camera angle, there's no way of knowing for certain just what this woman saw. What could be scary about a day at a farmer's market set up near a quaint little playground? As we see in this video from Redditor Fuzzy Buns, an unexplained sighting can turn just about any day sour. The Redditor was working at a Canadian farmer's market when they noticed one of the swing sets at the nearby playground seemed to be gently swinging back and forth. The Redditor shrugged it off, assuming that someone had just passed by and given the swing a little push, causing it to move. However, when the swing was still moving over an hour later, they took out their camera and began recording, completely perplexed as to what they were actually seeing. According to the Redditor, the playground was empty for the entire time they kept an eye on the mysterious swing. They're certain no children or adults passed by. In addition, it was a still, quiet day without even the smallest bit of breeze. Logically, the swing should have remained completely still, so what could have caused it to swing on its own for over an hour? Quite a few of the comments under the video suggested that it could be the spirit of a child who died in the area. As it stands, we have to take the Redditor's word that this swing was indeed moving for over an hour, all on its own. If it is indeed true, then this video has captured something that can't quite be explained by rational means. Before we take a look at some creepy footage one of our viewers sent us, remember to caress that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos. Also, a completely free way to support our channel is to smash that thumbs up button for the YouTube overlords. Wanting to fully document their first trip to Las Vegas, one of our viewers, Angelica M and her cousins, made a video of their entrance into their hotel room in Sin City. Unfortunately, it seems like they weren't alone. The cell phone video shows the group standing in the hallway of the hotel, preparing to open the door and check out the place they'll be staying in. Take a look at what happens.
el momento. La luz, la luz. Oh, ahí está. La lámpara hay que prenderla. Oh, aquí estamos.
At first, it can be hard to notice anything unusual about the clip. However, when the group reviewed the footage, they couldn't help but think that something strange was going on. If you watch closely during the seconds of darkness before the lights come on, the camera swings to the left side of the door for a brief moment. However, it isn't just a wall that we see. Instead, there seems to be a man in a dark suit standing on the other side of the door. The camera is too close to catch any distinguishing features, but there certainly seems to be someone waiting for them inside the room. Watch again as they enter the room. Take note of the order of the group as they walk in.
Es el momento. La luz, la luz.
There, on the left-hand side, the mysterious, unaccounted for man appears. Because the girls don't react when the lights go on, we can assume that the strange figure disappears before the lights turn on.
Oh, ahí está. La lámpara hay que prenderla. Oh, aquí estamos.
This footage was emailed to us directly. Angelica has no way of explaining the strange man's presence. So could this just be a case of pareidolia, the tendency of the human brain to see familiar shapes in the shadows? Take another look and tell me what you think this is in the comment section down below.
La lámpara hay que prenderla. Oh, aquí estamos.
Now, if you want to see some more super scary clips, then check out that link on the top there. Otherwise, we have curated paranormal playlists right there that you can binge on. Now, if you have your own scary content,